Hello to all my fellow non-filthy stinking normies. What is going on, guys? Welcome to Interview with the Man, episode 150. Holy shit. I can't believe we're already at 150. Where does the fucking time go? How's everybody doing this morning? Good morning. Good morning to you. Good morning, Vietnam. Good morning, America. It's going to be a great time today. We're going to talk about a lot of good stuff. It is I, your host, the Versace Poppy, riding on a high. Somehow, the Dallas Cowboys were able to muster up a win despite of the fire crotch himself, Jason Garrett. Didn't want to rub any salt in the wound of Donovan Sharp on this one, but he sent me a text this morning saying, man, we got stomped. Honestly, I was not expecting it. And if you don't like American football, fuck you. But I was not expecting it. I definitely, Sunday night, I was just like, holy shit. The Cowboys, maybe we're not done yet. I don't know. Wasn't too impressed with Dak Prescott, to be honest with you, but Ezekiel Elliott, he earned that money, man. He earned, what did he get, $20 million? He earned it for sure. It's been good. We had a really good webinar last night. So let me just cut straight to the chase. The webinar today is featuring a very cool guy, I must say. Tonight's webinar is going to be featuring the man, the myth, the legend himself, Mr. Ed Lattimore, former heavyweight boxer, physicist. He's got his BA in physics, best-selling author, speaker. You can find him on Twitter at Ed Lattimore. He's almost at the 100,000 follower mark. Really cool guy. Really got his shit sorted out, and smart guy too. Smart, discipline, everything that a man should aspire to be in order to live that above average life. So guys in Body Language Mastery, Ed is going to be in the house fielding your questions. This is the second superstar athlete we'll have in there. We had John Fitch, Bellator contender and former UFC welterweight title contender, who was fielding all the questions, and all-around cool guy. Very stoic, too, man. I thought he was, miserable during the webinars. I was like, all right, John, well, thanks for your time. He's like, I don't know if this is killing you or whatever. He's like, no, I'm fucking having a great time. But he's just got so much testosterone flowing through his veins. He's just sitting there like an ape, just happy, answering questions, not a single drip of emotion coming out the guy. But cool guy. So definitely Body Language Mastery, guys. Get in the webinars. The emails will be going out this morning. We're going to do the final 10 days of the webinars. We're going to talk today about something serious, something near and dear to my heart. Let's say what's up to the chat. It's been a while. I feel like it's been so long, but it's only been one day. Robert, what's up? Ben, what is up? I'm the 9. What's up? Simon, my man, what's up? Bruce Jones in the house. What's up? D-Money, yo. Tommy, my man, how you doing? He says, what up, John? Hot Dude Con 2. That's right. Guys, Hot Dude Con Arizona is going down. November 9th, Phoenix, Arizona. Invite only. Guys, Hot Dude Con Phoenix, Arizona is going down. It is the second Hot Dude Con event. It is truly going to be an amazing, amazing experience. You get to meet me. Guys, let me just tell you something, this too. I'm kind of getting to the point where people are offering to, send me gifts and buy me stuff or whatever. Let me just tell you that please don't bring me any gifts. The greatest gift you can give me is just sharing this content to your friends, family, guys who need it, or if you are that compelled, click on that link right there, streamlabs.com/Modern Life Dating Channel. I am a minimalist. It may be hard for you to wrap your mind around that, but I actually own very few things. I only own 2 pairs of shoes. I only own 3 pairs of jeans. I truly, from the bottom of my heart, hate having tons of fucking just things to carry around and shit. If it was up to me, I would wear the same jumpsuit every single day, like full on henchman in like the evil guy's lair in a James Bond movie. That is literally, I would do it. I would go full Mark Zuckerberg or Steve Jobs and wear the same thing every day. So I'm saying a lot today. A little rusty, I guess. I don't know. But yeah, please do not bring me anything. Please do not bring me anything. Just bring that smiling face, and we're going to have a good old time. I may or may not. I may show up a little tipsy because I'm going to be with some other folk before I meet up with the Hot Dude Con folk. And I tell you what, I am quite the animal. I was very tame at Hot Dude Con Orlando. I kind of have a better idea of who's coming this time around, how to run the organization and whatnot. So Hot Dude Con, Phoenix, Arizona, November 9th. Get there. Body language mastery students only. King Nick says, wait, will there still be a Wyoming Hot Dude Con? Yes. Hot Dude Con Wyoming is also occurring. So we're going to have 3 Hot Dude Cons the year of 2019. The cost of Hot Dude Con is the same number of girlfriends that George Bruno has. 0. Absolutely free. Nothing out of your pocket. Just show up. We're going to have a good time. Fuck, it's pissed me off how much I'm saying today. Anyways, where will Hot Dude Con be in 2020? Who knows? Probably Hot Dude Con. I'm looking at everything and planning everything right now. I'm thinking it's going to be a Hot Dude Summer. And I'm thinking Hot Dude Hawaii is going to go down. Hot Dude Con Hawaii is eventually going to happen. We talked about it behind the scenes in the webinars. We looked at some of the properties. Hot Dude Con Japan, I would be surprised. I mean, actually, Jimmy and Ben have already flown all the way out here to Japan and met me. And, yeah, it's going to be good. Come to Canada. I want to go to Canada. I really do. I really want to go to Canada. I've never been there. I want to go sleep on Richard Cooper's couch and eat cheese fondue. He's always talking about his cheese fondue dates with these girls. I don't want to go on a date with them, but I wouldn't mind hanging out with Richard Cooper, watching him live his Batman life. Or I could go hang out with Ryan and all his dogs. Or even Christian Book Lady. She's up there. But Canada is definitely... I want to go to Canada. I want to go to Canada. There he is. There's Hologram. There's Hologram. Says you can sleep in bed with him. Hologram, some of these people were asking for you. I was thinking this too. I really want to go to Ireland. And we have some Irish lads in the Body Language Mastery program. The original Irish OG is Ivor in the chat. The new one is... I forgot his name. I forgot the kid's name, but he's also in Ireland at the moment. He's doing a little powerlifting. He's a stout one. He's a stout boy. He's pretty jacked. So, Hot Dude Con Europe. I have some connections in Ukraine, but I swear to God, I'd have to make some of you guys sign an NDA for what we do there. But yeah. Hot Dude Con is happening. It's growing. What started off as a joke has actually evolved into something pretty amazing, to be honest with you. Is it Mark? Jack. I think it's Jack. That's what it is. It's Jack. Jack. Mark is not in Body Language Mastery, I believe. Belfast. Mark Gordon is not in Body Language Mastery, but Jack is his name. That's the young lad from Ireland. I was watching some clips from Snatch today. Such a good movie. One Punch Mickey. Fuck it, there it is again. Fucking just saying like I have Tourette's. Anyways, let's just jump right into it today. What is the ultimate asset for your sex life? You know, I think that there's a lot to be said for me turning up to these webinars every day and talking to the men who really show up to the webinars every day. It helps me kind of get into the mind and really understand what is going on with the average guy who's just trying to get his dating life sorted out, if you will, right? And the ultimate asset, I've got to say, now this asset is not very easy to obtain. However, as all great things in life, the easier it is to obtain, the lesser the value is. So keep an eye on what we're going to be talking about today, because it is very, very different from typical dating coach information. However, I will just give you overall, as a masculinity coach, some good insight here. But before we go into that, please do be sure to follow me on Twitter at Modern Life John. You can take a glimpse into my mind and see all the wild stuff that I posted. Was going pretty hard in the gym today, and I tweaked something in my upper left back muscle. Ended up going to the old Japanese muscle clinic where they strapped me up to this machine and shocked the living shit out of me in order to give me some kind of therapeutic treatment. And I got a 25-minute massage, telling this Japanese guy, like, just fucking get in there, put your elbow in that muscle and work out. There's like a huge knot in my back. I foam rolled and everything too. I have no idea. I guess I went too hard. But go ahead and follow me at Modern Life John on Twitter. Kind of get a glimpse into my mind and see what is going on. I truly do not post, a lot of people, I gotta say, guys, I truly fucking hate these Twitter guru people. Like, these, like, oh, I'm a Twitter guru, I'm a Twitter expert. Like, I truly, like, look at those people, I'm just like, fucking, are you serious? Are we doing this right now? So check me out on there, because I don't post like the typical Twitter guru. I just, whatever comes to my head, I post it. I do the occasional shit post, and it's just really my play place. John, you seem kind of down today. What's going on? Nothing, dude. I'm on the top of the world. I'm actually in really good spirits. I am slightly in some pain right now because of, my upper back in, I guess it's like, what is it, not my scapula or something? I don't know. But it fucking hurts. And I can't reach the knot with my massage gun in my hands. And all my concubines are busy at the moment. So it's going to take me a little time to treat myself properly. But no, I'm good. I'm totally good. I had a really good day. We had a really good webinar this morning. So let's just jump right into it. So the ultimate asset for your sex life, what is it? The ultimate asset to give you the next level of achievement that you want in the dating world, to give you literally a biological leg up, is you've got to have a fucking hot body, okay? With my recent trips back to the United States of America, guys, holy fucking shit. How did everybody get so fat? What in the fuck has happened to America? And I'll tell you what it is. I'll tell you exactly how everybody got so fat. It's a combination of multiple things. But one of my favorite lies and deceptions to talk about here is the old, where is it? I was gonna say squats. It raises your testosterone. Oh, close. Very, very close. Very close. No. Okay. Oh God, where is the original one? Where is? Okay, I'm trying to show you. Who remembers? Okay, I was born in 1985. Obviously, 33 years old at the moment. Who remembers this fucking terrible infographic? Who remembers the American food pyramid? Oh God, what a piece of shit. Okay, can I make this big? Who remembers this food pyramid? Does everybody remember that? Like in the United States, we're talking about, yes, you gotta eat your grains, right here. Talking about 6 to 11 servings of bread, cereal, rice, and pasta per day. Could you guys imagine eating 11 cups of rice every single day? 11. Slices of bread, 11 bowls of cereal. This is why anybody who trusts the government, if you can't clearly see that this is a fucking some sort of kind of crazy conspiracy or something, this explains to us really why so many Americans are fucking diabetic or pre-diabetic. As we progress, or should I say regress as a society, you've got all these new things coming into play. Like one of my favorite things is the body positivity movement, right? The body positivity movement saying that you're healthy at any weight, okay? At any weight, you could be healthy. If you have a fourth of a brain and completely are like, you have to be completely devoid of common sense to know what is going on, because we now we got people like this. This is Tess Holiday, okay? Plus size model, okay? I mean, I think she's like 26 or 27. This is so critically unhealthy. I mean, rest in peace, her knees right there. I mean, to sit there and assume that this in any way, shape, or form is healthy is truly peak delusion. There is no nobility in obesity. There's nothing like empowering from being this big. Look how big she is. Her upper arm is drooping over her lower arm, okay? I mean, it's just, this is what's being promoted. This is what is being seen as a positive thing, as a good, woke, if you will, kind of thing, okay? Gentlemen. Yeah, for you guys, what's up? For you guys on Instagram, come on over to YouTube. Join us. There's 70 plus people in the chat here, and we're having a good old time. Guys, go ahead and smash that like button while you're at it. There it is again. Why would you do this? We loved you, John. I love you guys too, but like a father who beats his child because he loves him, I've got to explain this to you. Okay. The thing here, which is so absurd to me, is there is a silent movement of mediocrity and laziness that is happening, and it's becoming more and more the norm, okay? Being fat, all right, and that's overweight and or obese, is not a good lifestyle choice, okay? There are so many different things I can just go into talking about how terrible this is, but if you want to be a guy that has a good sex life, an above average sex life, you have to realize this. Obesity is on a rise on a global scale, okay? Because as sedentary lifestyles, all right? And sedentary means that your life is like, basically you're not doing a lot of work. Like, you're not a construction worker, you're not laying tile, you're not doing roofing, you're not doing landscaping, you're not a physical education teacher. Sedentary lifestyle is like it's the typical job. You're a 9-to-5 office worker. You go to the office and you sit down in front of your computer and you type your fucking soul away. This is such a just overall terrible lifestyle to engage in, first and foremost. And then secondly, not only is it terrible overall, but it's terrible for your physical health, and it's also terrible for your mental health. I was watching the Joe Rogan Experience, which we're going to do a little review here later of one of his episodes with the darling Michaela Peterson, because I was really trying to deep dive into what's going on with her psychopathic mind. As for you guys who have seen you guys watched Dude Party on Saturday, we kind of went down the rabbit hole of what the fuck's going on in her head. He says, you wake up, what do? You go, you sit down in your car, you sit in traffic, you sit. Then you walk to your office. What do? You sit down. You're sitting all day. You're sitting. Then what do? You go to lunch and you sit down. And then you go back to your desk and you sit down. Then you go home, you sit in front of the TV and you sit down. And then you eat and you're sitting and you're eating and you're sitting and you're eating and you're sitting and you're eating and you're sitting. All you're doing is just stacking on the fucking calories. It's not a good thing. It's really not a good thing. And as more and more people get basically fatter from lack of education or just lack of giving a shit, a hot body is becoming more and more valuable. I understand why guys in our group who are like in good shape, obviously Nick S over in Seattle's, and he's in good shape, and Big Googs is in shape, and Proud Masculine's in really good shape. All these guys who are super, super good shape are also running through hose. And there's something to be said about it, okay? Now, I have never been in like super, super ultra shredded mode, okay? I've never been that fucking super, super shredded or super, super lean, right? The leanest I've ever gotten was like 13% body fat. And I've got to say that, man, oh man, the visceral reaction you get from women is truly, truly interesting. Now, I never got it to the level that some of my friends, like some of my other player friends, right? Because, when you're a player, you get your other players, you exchange stories and stuff. Like Proud Masculine, we talked about it when I coached him, and then, he became his fucking, the man who he is now. He would tell me that, because he's really shredded. He's like shredded, his abs are out. He's probably walking around like 10 to 8% body fat. Really smart guy. Drinks raw eggs in the morning. drinks green smoothies. Very, very, very intelligent guy when it comes to fitness and just getting in peak shape. And he's 43 or 42. He is absolutely in incredible shape. And it's funny because he tells me some stories that I've heard about my other friend. I've got a friend here. I've actually got two friends here. I'll show you one of my pals. This guy is actually the model for the upcoming fitness program that I'm releasing 100% for free. This is my buddy here. Take a look at him. His name is Lee. Mr. Lee Carmichael. You can go to his YouTube channel, youtube.com/user/Lee D Carmichael. This is Lee, right? And obviously, take a look at him. Pretty good shape. He actually won Best Body in Japan in 2015, despite the fact that he was not Japanese. When you factor in the racism and everything, because, Japanese, they don't want some stinking foreigner coming in and winning their competition. So take a look at him. Obviously he's in competition shape, but definitely a top 1% man in regards to his physique, right? He's won multiple competitions, and, it's very, very, very hard to get in this kind of shape. He's a very smart guy, very soft-spoken man, actually. Super, super nice guy. He's been on TV. He's like, here's one of his commercials when he's here in Japan. It's always good to see the subtle Japanese racism. Basically that's like a vegetable and like vitamins kind of drink, and he's there like wolfing down all the fucking raw plants and vegetables, and she's just like, oh, I'm just gonna drink this. But he's in really, really good shape, as you can see. And he was telling me some stories, and I've heard the stories multiple times. There's something about it, like when you're very shredded like that, women have like this visceral sexual attraction to you. And I think Richard Cooper talks about it too, when he has interviewed, or he was reading the story of a male stripper. This guy he was just telling me that the women would basically like almost rape him. They would grab his crotch. They would, rip his shirt off and start licking his stomach. It's truly remarkable to see this. It really is. I've never gotten to the point where I've had girls sucking on my nipples and chest before, but he was telling me a whole different level. And Joe from Proud Masculine was telling that, and my pal Rob as well, right? If you can get down to 10% body fat and you're lean and you're looking good and you have your fashion in check, I'm telling you, the world is your dating oyster. Okay? There is no limit to how good you can milk the dating marketplace. There's just no limit. I mean, getting in shape, especially like with obesity and being overweight growing on a daily basis, it breaks my heart when I see like these little fat kids running around, like, a little 8-year-old, and he weighs like 100 pounds. You're like, Jesus fucking Christ, your parents fucked up. But going back to just talking about the average guy, this is the ultimate asset for your sex life. When you look good, you have to realize this too. Guys, this is what women idolize, okay? And let me show you something too, okay? You don't need to be super, super jacked. If you had to make two choices, whether looking like Thor or looking like Spider-Man, you're way, way better off just with the Spider-Man look. Not only is it easier to get to, but as long as you get shredded, if you get down to like, obviously, like taking a look here, like a great example is Brad Pitt in Fight Club, right? Now, right here, this is also based on his body type, but this body fat right here is probably pretty low. It's probably like 10%, if not low, right? You got the V taper lines here, right? This is really good too. You got the abdominal showing. Right here, this is good. This is good as well. If you can just look like this, you don't need to look like completely hulked out like Lee, but if you just look like this, and this is very achievable through just discipline. Somebody in the comments mentioned it, discipline over motivation. It's 150% true. Okay. And we got Savage Commentary saying, got to see those legs. No, you don't. No, you don't. I'm telling you, that is literally what you have to achieve. It doesn't matter. If you look like that, your legs can look like fucking toothpicks. They're going home with you. Women will make all sorts of fucking excuses to just rationalize their insane attraction to you. I'm telling you, as the world progresses, as we move forward as Americans and whatnot, if you're a guy that can get your fitness handled, okay, and the reality is just keep fat off of you. Just keep fat off of you, okay? Okay, and I got a lot of guys telling me like big legs and stuff. Listen, I get what you're fucking saying, but you're missing the forest for the fucking trees. Okay, a low body fat percentage is what you need. Okay, muscles, yes, definitely. Okay, if you have to compare to between like having muscles and a little bit of fat or having less muscle but you're also lean, take the lean. Lean all day, every day. Okay? These girls, they go absolutely ape shit for you. Not to mention that, I mean, the amount of like health risk that comes with having excess fat on your body. Gentlemen, you have no idea. There is an upcoming epidemic in the United States of America that is going to be around the obesity crisis. And what is happening is there's going to be a huge diabetes wave. It's already coming through. The CDC, which is the Center of Disease Control, did a poll in 2017. More than 100 million Americans have diabetes or pre-diabetes, okay? For you guys who don't know how serious of a killer diabetes is, Patrice O'Neal died from his diabetes being out of control, right? Because Patrice O'Neal was really, really, really fat. He was obese, okay? There are two levels, okay? There's two levels of being fat. And I know you have people who can be like completely Nazi about it, but there is normal body weight, right? And then there is overweight, and then there is obese. And this is calculated based off of the BMI. And I know some people are like, well, the BMI is not very regular, it's not very accurate, blah, blah, blah. Okay. I get it. Okay. If you want to fucking nitpick, sure. But this is just a basic kind of guide, if you will. All right. If you're obese, you want to get down to overweight. If you want overweight, you want to just get down to a normal weight. And I'm not saying you need to be super, super shredded, okay? Let me see if I could find my fucking photo of when I was in my pretty peak shape. It really doesn't take that much effort. You can get into really good shape after, like, if you're serious and strict with your dieting, 4 months. If you're kind of a jack off and you're kind of being, not as strict or whatnot, and you're just kind of, half-assing it, but you're still going to the gym. As long as you go to the gym every day, that right there is a huge leg up on the rest of the world. But if you go to the gym and you diet and properly, balance your sugar intake and all this crap, dude, you're going to get a light year difference of attention, okay? You're going to get light years in difference if you have game and you're actually in the dating market to actually have sex with girls. Man, I'm telling you, you're going to get so much fucking action because the reason is as people get fatter, the fit body is going to get more and more rare, okay? More and more rare. A great example of this is where is he? This is our boy. Where is it? Here he is. The man, the myth, the legend himself, Myron Gaines. This guy is, take a look at this, okay? Now, Myron is a big motherfucker too. He is 6'3", and he looks like this in real life. He is giant. But look at this. He's not super jacked. Okay? He doesn't have like huge tanked legs. He doesn't have huge chests. He doesn't have like gigantic bulging arms. But to women, this is like the male ideal right here. This is what you want to look like. Okay? This is here. This is just an example too. Like this was him a couple years ago. And then this is him now. Okay? And this guy is in demand. And he's in Miami. I'll just say that. He's in Miami and he is in peak demand. And he is just, let's just say he's doing very well for himself. Let's keep it at that. Here's our buddy Joe at Proud Masculine. This is the guy I was talking about. I don't know if he has he's just coming off a shoulder surgery. But let me see if there's any fitness pics of himself. See, look. This is Joe, so I'm talking about. You see, this is all you need to achieve right here. This right here is, if you have this plus game, it's game over for the ladies. They are 150,000% coming for you. Look at this guy. 405 deadlift. What a beast. What a monster. 43 years old, just murdering the game. Absolutely murdering the game. Is there any more photos of him? Okay. But that right there, that's just some examples of what you can do. Red Pill Mamba with the super fucking red pill. He says, being super jacked is going to impress other men more than it will women. 100%, dude. It gets to a point when I was in like my peak shape, I was, like I said, 14 or 13% body fat, 177 pounds. Okay. I'm 5'10". It's kind of give you an idea, but I was in Japan at the time. So compared to the typical Japanese guy, I was pretty fucking jacked. And I remember it got to the point that I had all these dudes coming up to me. They're like, dude, like, how are you so jacked, bro? Like, what do you do? What are you lifting? What are you eating? All this shit. And it was like, dude, I did not do this for you. Like, I did this for the hoes. So, keep that in mind, that if you're going to get too jacked, super red pill truth right there. Being super jacked is going to impress other men more than women. Okay? You got to be patient. That's true. The higher your testosterone, the quicker you can get fit. The more fit you get, the more testosterone you have. Very true. Let's go here. I want to take a look at some of this here. So take a look at this infographic here. Talking about the most obese countries 2019. Okay, a person is obese when their body mass index is higher than 30. The BMI measures a person's weight in relation to their height, giving them a score. A normal BMI is 18.5 to 24.9. Now, this is just a good normal baseline, the BMI, right? There's people who get into like the semantics of the BMI is worth its weight in salt or whatever, but just stick with me here. The number of obese people in the world is approximately 2.1 billion people. 2.1 billion people, guys. That's almost 1/3 of humanity. There's 7 billion people on the planet, and 2.1 billion are fucking obese, which makes up about 30% of the total population. This number continues to rise, okay? Over 3 million people die each year from obesity. The worldwide obesity rate has tripled since 1975. Take a look here. Obviously, the United States obesity rate, 36%. 36%, gentlemen. This is how low the bar is to get success. Okay? I wish there was, I wish we could see all the MGTOW crybabies and all these people crying about everything. I wish I could see what they look like, because I guarantee you they're probably some fucking porkers. Okay? Obviously, I'm in Japan, which has an obesity rate of 4%, lowest obesity rate in the world. China, 6.2%. Okay? Australia, 29%. Good Lord in heaven. India, 3.9%. Is it lower than Japan? It is. Well, it's a huge population too, and I'm not trying to go to India. Obviously, the places with more money, Saudi Arabia, 35%. Let's see. Egypt's kind of broke. They got 32%. But you see what I'm getting here? This is a rising trend. United Kingdom is 27%, still pretty bad. South Africa, 23%. In addition to dramatically decreasing a person's lifespan, okay? All these body positivity fuckers, all these stupid idiots who are saying healthy at any weight, these people have blood on their fucking hands. Because this is just the facts of life. Okay, this is why I'm so, hard on people saying like, hey, listen, I mean, if you let go of yourself once in a while, sure. But if you make it a lifestyle, this is going to catch up to you and it's going to fucking kill you, literally. The quality of life of an obese person is affected. There are numerous health risks, including a higher risk of diabetes, heart disease, and even certain types of cancer. Okay? Pregnant women that are obese may suffer from complications that can lead to health problems for the mother or child. Other risks from diabetes includes osteoarthritis, sleep apnea, kidney disease, strokes, and high blood pressure. Okay? This is an epidemic, and it is coming on to the world, whether you like it or not. You just need to ask yourself, are you ready, and are you willing to do what it takes to get what you want to get, right? Like I said, it is truly something that needs to be addressed, and if you can get this shit sorted out, the world is your oyster. Because as women get fatter too, this is why America, like a girl who would be like a 6 in Japan, is treated like a 9 over there, because all of the other fucking land whales make her look better than she actually is. The standards are overall lower, okay? It's pretty terrible. Mexico has a high BMI. Yeah. A lot of androgen receptors in your traps and shoulders. Men with naturally larger traps and shoulders usually have higher testosterone. Good stuff. Akif says, I'm 5'7", so when I get to 10%, I look so small clothes, and I look like a child with little muscle. Then put on more muscle. Put on more fucking muscle. Okay? D-Money says, at some point in the future, it will be a crime offense to be in shape because it offends the handbeast. I doubt that. There is a great divide occurring right now. Okay? There is a great divide that's occurring right now within humanity. And it's slowly shaping into the haves and the have-nots. in America, sugar is in everything. It's so fucking crazy. There's like literally sugar and like soy lecithin. I think that's what it's called. Lecithin. But that is also in everything. That really fucks up your stomach, gut. It's unbelievably. It's not good stuff at all. BMI says I'm obese. I'm 175 at 19% body fat. How tall are you? Let me know. Take a look at this one too. This is pretty alarming. This is the National Obesity Monitor. The youth. Now keep in mind, this is not overweight. This is obese. Okay, so that's from 30% and on here, in regards to your body, your BMI. Youth obesity rate, ages 2 to 19, 18% of all children are obese. Adult obesity rate, 20 plus, 39.6%. Okay. We go to sex. More women are obese than men in the United States of America, 41% compared to 37.9%. I think that's just due to the nature of men being more involved with physical work in regards to like construction, landscaping, that kind of thing. This is the obesity chart here. As you can see, in 1980s, it was 25%, and it's been raising slowly but surely. Women biologically speaking carry more fat than men, because they have 35,000 calories that they carry in their legs, in leg fat, for nurturing a baby for 9 months. That's why they have that. But you can see, the number is climbing. Looks like right in 2009, 2010, we were about the same, but then men took a dive here. Men kind of got a little bit better, but this, the number's still growing. I want you to take a look at some of these photos with me. Okay? 5'4". Okay, dude, if you're 5'4" and you're 175, you got some weight to lose, pal. You got some weight to lose. Guts bigger than tits is a problem. Ugh, could you imagine? Could you fucking imagine? Take a look at these guys here, okay? Look at the big difference that gym can make for you, all right? This one's good. Before, 4 months later, okay? I don't know if this is 4 months later. I think this is more like clickbait, but the before and after is real, okay? From this to this, clearly look at the difference here. Which guy looks better, right? Again, from dad bod to fucking hot dude bod. I mean, just look at your eye. Look at your eyes as you look at these photos, and which one just looks more appealing to look at. Okay, which guy you think's gonna live longer? Which guy looks happier? Okay, skinny guy. Even let me tell you something. See this guy right here? This is enough. This is enough right here. This is enough to have an above average sex life with some game. This is just like, this is Chad Ultra. This guy's killing the game right here. Again, fat dude life, hot dude life. Fat dude life, hot dude life. Okay? Look at the big difference here. Look at this guy. Fucking from fat slob to heart throb. Even this guy right here on the right hand side, he's got a little chunk here and here, right? This is still good. This is still A-okay. Okay? With the global health standard falling, it is becoming a valuable asset. When you're in super good shape too, women will make excuses to touch you. Women will make excuses to be alone with you. Women will be more likely to take the first move with you. You can advertise yourself on social media more shamelessly with, like, if you have like a really good physique and you just blatantly, you're on Tinder or Bumble or Instagram and you just show like, hey, I got a great body. Here I am. I'm telling you that you can get away with murder. I know there's a lot of people who are saying, oh, looks, money, status, right? Which is true. But you got to throw a game in there as well. But in regards to looks, this is just the truth. My year.
2016 is also my year. Every year is my fucking year.
Daniel Tapia with the $1.99 super chat. Top spirit and good morning to everybody. Thank you so much, sir. Guys, be sure if you're going to donate, click on that link right there, streamlabs.com/Modern Life Dating Channel. Click on it and just send your donation through there. You're smart enough, you can figure it out. Make sure I get 100% of the donation, not 70%, as YouTube takes 30% and promotes body positivity and kills humanity. Okay? Now, full Alex Jones, I believe like this is some sort of conspiracy theory to lower the human race numbers. The more fat, somebody said it earlier. I think it was Armed Trucker. He says that, a fat population is a docile population, and a docile population is easy to control. I mean, look at all the people in Hong Kong fighting back to the police and the government, right? As they should, due to this fucking fucked up situation over there. But all those dudes are super, super lean and skinny and in good shape. Could you imagine getting out there and protesting if you're like 5 foot, I don't know, like 5'6", but you're 200 pounds? Yeah, and that's really good stuff too. Spencer says, fat produces estrogen, quite literally. The more fat you have on the more fat you have on your body, the more estrogen you're going to produce, okay? Aunt Gio says, hey man, I've been hitting the gym lately. Do you have any tips for lean bulking without insane diet that make me hate life? I'm not a fan of bulking. I just don't believe in bulking. I don't believe in the whole cutting and bulking style unless you're super, super, super like detailed in every single thing you do in regards to that, then it's okay. But I gotta say, I can't advise that lifestyle. As you get older too, your metabolism slows down, and as long as you're eating a healthy diet in regards to having a good amount of body, like at least 1 gram of protein per 1 pound of desired body weight. Between that and limiting your carbs and exercising, you'll have a good body. You'll definitely have a good body. So I'm telling you, zero population growth. Yeah, that's another one right there. So for all you guys that have your excuses of like, well, I'm tired or whatever, I want to show you this clip from Joe Rogan. I was watching it today. This is when he was talking to Michaela Peterson, because I've just been deep diving on her mindset. I want you to take a look and listen to what he's saying, because what Joe says, Joe has very high standards, but Joe's in his 50s and he looks better than most people in their 20s, okay? He lives a very strict, disciplined lifestyle. He's a very big advocate of discipline, and discipline is going to get you everything you need in life. You need to learn to embrace discipline as a man. Discipline will carry you to the heights of success, because as we, more and more progress to an instant gratification society, more and more people are losing the skill of discipline, the practice of discipline, and more people are just instant gratification. Funnily so, also leads to long-term suffering. So I just want you to check out what he says here about this. This is really great.
I don't think you can make blanket statements when it comes to people and diet. that I think there's some people out there that are goddamn food dumpsters. You could throw anything in there and they're fine. They just don't.
There
They
are
don't seem
definitely
to have
people
issues. They
closer
don't gain
to
weight.
that.
Yeah, there's
My
a lot of
brother
people.
is pretty well. He's not so good with like lactose, but he's pretty stable compared to me anyway.
Well, Michael Phelps, that Olympic swimmer.
Yeah.
That guy eats like 10,000 calories a day and several pizzas. Look at him.
I know.
As
I
thin
read
as a
about
rail.
him.
Fucking jacked. There's no problems at all. He's not fat. It's but that's an issue of enormous, expenditure of energy. I mean, he's constantly exercising, and his body has ridiculous calorie requirements.
Yeah.
Caloric. So I mean, it's hard to say, but I think sedentary lifestyle.
Right here. This is where. Sorry, I didn't have a cue up to where I wanted it. This is what I'm talking about. He's talking about sedentary lifestyle.
Is a giant part of it.
But
most of what people do is what we're doing right now. Most of what people do is sit down.
But is that because they don't feel like running around? Because some people, like people who exercise, generally you have to put in a little bit of effort to make yourself go exercise. But a lot of people who are overweight and sick don't have enough energy to do that.
I don't know about.
This is why I think more men are lower on the obesity chart than women as well, because Joe shuts her down right there, because she just basically says, based on my feelings, I don't go to the gym. But if you live a life that is dedicated by your emotions, you're going to live a below average life. It's just period. It's just fucking facts. Okay? You have to abide by logic, reason, and discipline to get where you want in life. With discipline and consistency, you can get anything done in life. And he completely shuts her down right here. Watch this.
That. Some of them maybe, but I think some of them just don't have discipline. There's an issue with that as well. There's also an issue with momentum. You're not used to doing it. It's not a part of your life. It's not something that you're accustomed to, pushing yourself. There's been many days where I didn't want to work out. I just didn't feel like I had the energy, and I just forced myself. And I think there's very few people out there that know how to force themselves. And that's
so fucking true. We were talking about it today in Body Language Mastery. How many of you guys have forced yourself to go to the gym, and then after you're like, fuck, I'm so glad I did that? Give me a 1 in the chat if you forced yourself to the gym, and then after you were just so fucking happy that you got that done. Because I have done it, and I have never, ever regretted the days when I forced myself to go to the gym, and I got out of the gym, and I was like, I never felt bad. Every single fucking time, I felt like light years better. You just need to go. You just need to get up and go. Stop thinking, get in your fucking car, put your shoes on, and just go. Tell your brain to shut the fuck up and just go. Just do it. Okay? Just fucking do it.
learn.
Yeah.
I don't believe you, Red Pill Mamba. I don't believe you. I'm overweight, and I'm going to the gym to make it happen. You got to put, and then you say discipline to go. I don't believe it. I believe it's just it's a mentality. Okay? I believe it's just a mentality. Check it out. Listen to what he says.
To learn skill. It's that kind of discipline and focus. You have to have like real rigid requirements of yourself where you don't allow yourself to back out of things and you don't allow yourself to slack off. And I don't think people put those kind of requirements on themselves as if it's it is a daily principle of life, like what you must get done. You know, you must brush your teeth, you must exercise for 45 minutes. And if you did that, I think you'd be healthier and happier, and your body would perform more smoothly. And if you require your body to do things like that, I think it rises to the occasion. There are very few people that have that kind of discipline. So because of that, they come up with excuses. And excuses are a giant part of the problem. It's not simply a physical health issue. There's also mental aspects of it, and discipline's a big one. I just know way too many people who are weak mentally. And I can't just chalk it off to only, their physical, the way they physically feel, because I felt like shit 100 times, and then I worked out, and then I felt way better.
Yeah,
it's just a fact of life. That's real. You just gotta. And people don't know how to do that. And it's not. And if you're used to doing this, get in your car, sit down, drive to the office, sit down, go to the lunch, sit down. Go to the board meeting, sit down. Get in your car on the way home, sit down. Get home in front of the TV, sit down. Then go to the gym, fuck off. They don't have any energy. Their body's like, I don't have it in me to do this. And I don't believe that.
I'm the same school of thought right there with Joe. I don't believe it. I don't fucking believe it. Yeah, like I said, motivation comes and goes, but discipline is the backbone of all success. Okay? Guys, there are some days I don't even feel like coming in here and doing the show. I'll be honest with you. I'm not one of those people like, every day I wake up and I really want to do an interview with the man. Sometimes I'm fucking burned out. Sometimes I don't do a good enough job according to my standard, but I fucking show up and I do it anyways. And that is why it's led to the certain level of success I have with this endeavor. It's the same thing with everything in life, okay? Fuck your feelings, okay? Feelings are for girls. When you sit around like, I don't feel like it, and I'm tired and I'm stressed out and I have anxiety and I need a safe space. No, just fucking do it, okay? A big part of this is the whole, in my opinion, the whole single mom generation, like the feminization of America. Like, just go with your feelings. Get in touch with your feminine side. All this fucking trash. No, do what needs to be done. Like Richard Cooper, do the work. You ever see Richard sit around complaining about anything? Richard is so fact of the matter of the fact and everything, like the guy just like zero fucks given, zero pity, zero any excuses. He just fucking does it. And either you do it or you don't. You walk the walk, you talk the talk, or you're full of shit. It's one or the other. Okay? You want to get good with money? Study your money. Study your business books. Launch a business. Take action. Okay? That's why, again, I told you, like this whole sedentary thing, it's a mentality. And Joe talks about that here too. And as more and more people get into this lazy lifestyle, they say don't judge a book by a cover, but actually, if you look at a person and you can size them up and kind of know what kind of person they are. All right? More and more people are going to get fat. Men and women. Okay? Unless there's some big reverse in what's going on in the world. But the good news is that if you pay attention to what I'm saying and you take care of your body, you take care of your fitness levels, you get that nice body, and you're a guy that's just trying to have a lot of sex, the world is your fucking oyster. You could bang celebrities like Tommy Lauren or fucking whatever, as long as you got a hot body.
I think it's a lot of it is the mindset.
So I partly agree with that, but and I know I was a very sick individual.
You're in a different case. You have real, legitimate, diagnosed physical issues. This is a very different thing. I mean, you have a severe autoimmune disorder. I mean, listen, you get your hip replaced when you're fucking 17.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
You don't hear that. This is a different. I'm talking about the average fat fuck who's just sitting around being lazy. That's really what it is. It's like, I'm sure a lot of it is diet, and a lot of that diet affects their physical health. But there's been many, many people that have just put their foot down and said, enough. I'm going to change my life.
That was me like a couple weeks ago. I said, I'm just done with the excuses. I'm not going to go to Hot Dude Con looking like a fat fuck. I'm definitely not going to be looking like a fat piece of shit on my birthday, December 2nd. I'm not. I was just like, I'm done. Like, I didn't, I'm doing what's good for me. What works for me is intermittent fasting, training every day, and just doing some sort of training every day, whether it be elliptical, walking for 45. If it's a light day, I'll walk on the treadmill for an hour, all right, or I'll walk at a high pace. I'll just do it. Okay, when you get on the treadmill and you start feeling and like, I feel good, and you get off early, or you have a workout and you get halfway through it and you fucking, you just fucking jerk off and you just go home and you just do whatever the fuck you do to not, to basically shortchange yourself of your goals. You're getting nowhere fast, and you're building a bad habit of giving up. That's another thing.
And they don't take any excuses, and they feel way, way better. Diet is most certainly a part of that, but there's also a discipline aspect. And these things are not mutually exclusive. They exist together. They're all together. And they work symbiotically. the way your mindset affects the choices you make with your diet. And the mindset also affects the choices you make in terms of like whether or not you require yourself to exercise. And I think these are critical aspects that people like to gloss over or they like to make excuses about. And they get very angry if you don't accept those excuses. And that's a sign that they're trying to enforce this standard and this idea and push it on you and give themselves an excuse. And it's one of the reasons why they get angry. It's one thing if someone has a legit physical issue like you do, but there's a lot of people who do not. They just have poor diet choices, they have a sedentary lifestyle, and they have the momentum of this sedentary lifestyle that's holding them back. They're accustomed to being lazy.
That's so fucking huge right there. When he talks about that negative momentum, when you're just used to being a piece of shit, right? Whatever direction you're heading in, you're just going to naturally build momentum. And to shift momentum in the other way, like, for all you guys who've been like running very hardcore in one direction and then all of a sudden you have to stop and fucking juke and go the other direction, it takes a lot of momentum to stop what you're doing and completely go the other way. And as you do that, your initial speeds when you change direction is going to be really slow, right? But whatever you're doing in life, you have the momentum right now. Like me, I'm pretty much in the role. I'm pretty much in the swing of things, like doing streaming every day, do my webinars, all these things, right? The same thing if you're a lazy piece of shit. When you're just like, I'm just going to sleep and eat pizza and be a fat fuck or whatever, right? That is a negative momentum that is just going to drag you down into the mud. So the point of this whole episode is like, listen, the ultimate asset for your sex life is a hot body. If you have no game, you have no money, whatever, okay? I don't give a shit. But if you have your body on lock, I'm just talking, you don't need to look like fucking Chris Hemsworth in Thor. You don't need to look like Henry Cavill in Superman, okay? All you need to do is just get the fat off your body. Figure out a way to get the fucking fat off of your body. Getting the fat off of your body as a man is one of the best and most effective ways to increase the probability of your sexual success. As a man, fat on your body is public enemy number one. It produces more estrogen. You look like shit. You feel like shit. The amount of health issues that come up from the excess fat on your body. I can tell you, I've been fit and I've been fat. Right now, I am clinically overweight, right? And then I'm working to get back in shape. But I can tell you, when I was lighter, I just felt better. I looked better. Your aura changes. Like everything is, your body is designed. We are, we're animals, okay? We are designed to be out there running and dashing and hunting and killing animals and eating them. Like we are active animals. But this sedentary lifestyle that has been created from an abundance of technology is really, really wrecking us as humans. And it's time to stop. It's time to change because, again, this whole body positivity movement and this healthy at any weight movement, this is just a marketing strategy in order to sell women more stuff. Because we were talking about this today too. You got all these plus size female models, right? Where are the plus size men models? Where like these big fat motherfuckers? They're like, yeah, like just be fat as shit. It's okay. Like this is sexy. They don't fucking exist. Okay? They don't exist. Why? Because it's easier to con women into thinking that it's okay to be fat than it is men. Okay? I think we all inherently know that being fat is so terrible for you. And it literally dramatically decreases your lifestyle and your lifespan. Okay? That being said, guys, keep that in mind. If you really want to if you're struggling with dating right now and you're struggling to get your sex life to the next level, cut the fat off of your body. Figure out a way to do it. find diets and fitness programs that are work for you. And another thing you have to realize, like, just because something works for one guy doesn't mean it's going to work for the other guy. Find what works to you, and once you find that it works, scale it, move it forward. Okay. Yeah, a Savage Commentary says, every pound you're overweight equals additional 10 pounds of force on your knees. Good Lord, my fucking knees hurt already just thinking about that. So keep that in mind, boys. People are just going to get fatter and fatter and fatter. And if you can't figure out a way to dodge these fucking fat bullets, the sexual marketplace is yours. Okay? So that's going to do it for me. Thank you guys so much for listening in today. Be sure to hit that subscribe button, like, share, comment, the whole 9 yards. Thank you guys for watching this on replay. And until then, we will catch you on the next episode tomorrow morning, 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time here on Interview with the Man. And we'll be talking about more hot dude stuff, man. Until then, I'll see you next time.